Yo, what's good? Welcome back. Listen, the instinct and the intellect are supposed to go hand in hand, but some kind of way we got it mixed up. We got separated. We got severed. That's the word I want to use. We got severed, and now things ain't working like they should, but we're going to try to get that back on track today. This is the Donovan Montreal Pod. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the Donovan Montreal Pod. I am DM. I got the homie with me, Rico. You in this thing?
Whoa there.
Yes, sir. And so we are here having a good time, man. We're just having the conversation we need to have. Y'all know we talk about the three things. One, Jesus is the epitome of the mind of God inside of man. Whatever Jesus looks like, that's what God looks like on the inside of us. That's our example. That's who we're supposed to be. It's the premium version of God inside of human flesh, right? Number two, the Bible is a story about who you and I are. We always say, but the red words tell us who we are in the story. It also gives us proximity of where we are to that mind. Sometimes we're far off, sometimes we're close, but whatever we do, we have to align. And align is a big word because everything unaligned is three. Everything outside of that is sin. And I mean everything, because you're just missing the mark that God made you to be. And so that's what we on. That's the parameters that we talk on. It's a great time to have a conversation. And we just want to get things together, man. And so, you know, for me, Rico, yo, hold up. We interrupt your regularly programmed, whatever this is, to drop some music. We want to do this right in the middle. I know you're going to hear the rest of the conversation, but we want to drop this music. This one is called Hopped Out My Spaceship because we pulled up because we were sent here. Check this out.
Okay, I handle my biz. Tell me a question, I say what it is. I'm tryna fly while I'm dodging the disc. They wanna try, I just blow them a kiss. Faster than light, so you know I stay lit. Further than sight, then the bigger the dip. Gravity tight, so no need for a clip. Your planet dry, let me water a bit. Use all my dyes, so I'm coloring it. Blue as the sky, so it's black as a pit. You made a cry, now it's flooding in it. Drowning in lines, and that's all that you get. Wandering eyes, but you can't see the flick. Do open eyes with some dirt in my spit. Truth in the sky, so I'm so off the grid. Puzzling lines make it hard to forget.
Don't know what you want from me to do. Say what it was so you know the truth. You say it's me but I say it's you. Take my word, it's just me and my boo. Nothing new. Forever like the moon. My gravity don't move. I'll be one with you. Eternity don't choose. The way is absolute. Ain't no substitute. The life for me is smooth. Hop on my spaceship, woo. All I'ma say is what you tryna do. Jump in the whip, see the stars in the roof. Like speed of time, all you hear is the zoo. Outer space, down, down. Outer space, down, down. Outer space, down, down. Outer space, down, down. Jump on my spaceship, woo. All I'ma say is what you tryna do. Jump in the whip, see the stars in the roof. Like speed of time, all you hear is the zoo. Outer space, down, down. Outer space, down, down. Outer space, down, down. Outer space, down, down. You see what you wanna. I'd live like a loner. Me, Dion, no stoner. Sun like man, I'm solar. You know what it is when I got somewhere to be. You know how it is when you with someone like me. Usually I'm the phoner. Now I'm just a toner. Rolex like Daytona. Free truth like Sojourner. Tell me how it is when you can finally see. Tell me what you see when you be looking at me. Lord, but not beneath. So my Lord to keep. Go like out the heat.
Put that ugly face on.
Drove into a bleed. Go like out the heat. So my Lord to keep. Lord, but not beneath. Say is what you tryna do. Jump in the whip, see the stars in the roof. Like speed of time, all you hear
All right, back to the program. You know, we be talking, I don't want to miss nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I want it all.
Yeah.
If he got it for me, that's what I want. If I don't want any faculties of me, any of my faculties to be missing. I don't want any of my faculties to be slacking. And I know that's a big statement, but he wouldn't tell me, you know, he said, be ye perfect as your father is perfect. He wouldn't tell me to be perfect if I couldn't be. Right? I don't think that Jesus will lie to me.
Yeah.
So if he tells me that I can do something or tells me to be something, then that right there is an indicator that I got that ability on the inside of me. You get it? Most people, so you got to read between the lines sometimes because it's really telling you that you got that on the inside of you. I wouldn't even told you that. Like, it's almost like you must be born again. And of course, Nicodemus said in grand fashion, like we always say, man, how I'm supposed to go back? Yeah, how, sweet, how, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, sometimes, and this may be another pod, but sometimes with Jesus, we don't respond properly. We talked about responding in another pod. We don't respond properly because we're not perceiving properly what he's saying. The man tells you must be born again, or except the man be born again, he can't see the kingdom. Then if he tells me a man has to be born again, then there's a possibility. So my next question should be, okay, how do we do this born again thing? You know what I'm saying? But our intellect sometimes gets in the way.
Yeah.
You know, our intellect can block us sometimes from actually seeing or getting to the good stuff or the God stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, is two, you know, we learn coming up, you know, spirit, soul, and body. You know what I'm saying? We learn, you know, I am a spirit. Come on, you know, Rico, I am a spirit. I have a soul.
I have a soul.
And I live in the body,
in
right?
The body, yep.
You know, we always say the body is the, you know, they would like to call it the slave and or whatever. I don't like to use that word, but you know, they say the body is going to do, but the body, the body will do what it want to do, right? And the body will mostly function based off of the mind. Right now, you're watching right now, I'll tell you, snap your finger, boom. Like you heard me say it, and your thought in your mind, your conscience decided to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do it, what he said. Wave your hands, clap your hands, like whatever it is, my body is not just moving on its own. Unless I have some kind of neurological thing, which in anybody watching, if you have a neurological thing, we're going to claim healing for you right now. It's over with right now. Listen to the sound of my voice. If thou canst believe, it's all possible. So you got it right now. But other than that, my body usually listens to what my mind says to do, right? Voluntary and involuntarily sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I'm a spirit, I have a soul. I would say I'm a soul. And there's a toss-up with understanding what the soul and the spirit is. A lot of times, you know, he breathed in a man, man became a living soul. Mm-hmm. So I think it's more intertwined. I think it's good, the conversation we'll talk about tonight, it's more intertwined than we know. So we would always see the soul as the mind, and we'd always see the spirit as the peace of God on the inside of us, right? We would always, this is the normal way that we learned it. A lot of us learned it when we was coming up. But I want to use a couple other words, your intellect and your instinct, right? There's some things, bro. I've been working on, I've been training dogs the last few days. Mm-hmm. You know, the last maybe week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. And there's so many things instinctually that dogs will do. And the way to train them is to understand the instinct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily to impose so many things, but you understand the science of a dog. You understand how they move instinctually. What do they want? I got one of the dogs. I'm training 2 white dogs right now. Shout out to Corey, man. Corey been helping me and been showing me a whole lot of stuff. I've been training 2 dogs, 2 white dogs. They're sisters, but they're totally different in their personalities.
Yeah.
But the instinct is the same.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
The instinct's the same, and they just want to be loved. They want to, you know, they want praise. They want to be rubbed on. Sometimes they want the little treat that you got for them. But it's instinctual, and they'll do things instinctual. So you got to study that. And not necessarily, here we go, not necessarily try to impose what you want on them, but begin to understand how they work.
Yeah.
And then go from the instinctual. Man, there's so many other instinctual things. You know, I'm an Animal Planet guy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching all the nature shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching Blue Planet, Planet Earth. I mean, you name it, I'm watching it. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing so many instinctual things. I was even thinking the other day, Rico, right? a chameleon, right? We're familiar with what a chameleon is, right?
Yeah.
Or like the lizards. Lizards will do this too. Lizards are like this. Snakes are like this. There's an octopus is like this, right? They're masters of camouflage, right? Now, in the point of the chameleon, or even like the octopus I was telling you about, they change based off of where they are.
Yeah.
So their color changes based off of where they are. But I start to realize, I'm just thinking the other day, that they do this instinctually. They don't think, oh, let me look around. Oh, this is green. I got to turn green.
Right.
Like they don't think that. That's how we would think. They don't think like that. Their instinct, the cells in them, they recognize where they are and begin to match where they are for the sake of their safety.
Yeah.
Without a conversation, without a discussion, without a prayer. I mean, I was just thinking this the other day, man, how like, and if I ever showed you the video of the squid, man, I mean, the octopus, you trip out. Like it literally lands on a rock and then changes to the same color, like immediately. You know what I'm saying? But it's something in them that's recognizing what they're on and projecting it onto the outside, boy.
And so they basically just living from what's already embedded in them.
They're living from what's already, that's the word, what the word to use?
Embedded.
Embedded. It's already embedded. It's already, you know, when you embed something on the website or something, it's like they give you a link that makes it appear just like it is in the original format.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a link now. It shows the whole picture. It's embedded.
Yeah.
It's embedded. It's ingrained already on the inside. This is what the instinct is.
Yeah.
We have a lot of instinctual things that we do. You know, somebody swing at you, you just immediately do like that. You know, somebody throw something at you, you automatically blink. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you ever had like, I remember I'll be walking, a fly try to fly in your face or something, and the fly, and you know, the bug try to fly in your eye, you blink without even, you don't be like, okay, now I need to blink.
Yeah, you ain't thinking
No,
about it.
you don't, and you don't have time.
Right.
Even down to your breathing, Rico. Your breathing is instinctual.
Yeah.
Like it just knows the rhythm. You've never been trained to breathe. You know what I'm saying? You could be trained to breathe for certain events, and if you're running and different things, but you've never been trained to like breathe, like just straight out breathe. No, it's instinctual.
Yeah.
You know, it's instinctual from breathing to when you gotta go to the restroom. These things are instinctual. Your heart is beating, the blood is moving. Your body knows how to heat up and to warm up. I heard the other day, man, they be talking about babies having temperature, but they say everybody got a temperature every night. Everybody's temperature goes up at night to start regulating things. It's crazy, man. That's why sometimes they say you need to sleep. I know we're talking about sleep with the AC on.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what'd you sleep with it on?
67.
Shit. This boy is sleeping in the North Pole. Freezing, but that's why. And they said it's even better for your sleep and everything, but it's instinctual. Right? Now there are there's a God instinct, I call it. Right? Where it's the instinctual piece of God that knows what to do when it's time to do it. If you ever hear Jesus talking about it, he was like, as I hear, I judge. He's talking about the instinct.
Wow, yeah.
He's talking about the instinct. Now he's now intertwined than you think. Jesus, what's that line I text you? Jesus is the epitome of the mind of God and the move of God all in one.
All in one, yeah.
You get it? Now there's a lot of people trying to move like God, trying to have a move of God, right? But they don't have the instinct. They don't have it all together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They don't have these things intertwined. I pray that they be one as we are one.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to say. And so what happens to us with Colgate, tree of knowledge of good and evil, is we become severed from our oneness. You get it? And so now what was initially instinctual to us, the instinct of God, now becomes a thought process. Well, you know, once you got to think about something too long, it starts taking longer.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were talking about just now before we got on, you even think yourself out of something.
Yeah.
Sometimes something will be going real smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's too, what we say, it's too good. This got to be too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's too true just to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it is the real deal, but the conditioning of my intellect will it'll talk me out of a good thing.
Well, it'll try to impose on what's already embedded.
That's good. It'll try to impose on what's already embedded. Now, the condition that come from anybody else. The things that you may experience, people you've been around, something that you've been told that was, not the right thing to be told, it's wrong conditioning, it'll try to impose itself to take over, when in actuality, intellect and instinct were always meant to work hand in hand.
Yeah.
I'll read this line out this book, man, and it was so crazy because we had been talking about intellect, man, and this is how I read books, Rico. I read books. I don't really like sit down and read books in one setting or all the way through in one setting, and I stopped a long time ago, bro. I stopped trying to conquer books because I would conquer the book and read it and don't remember nothing that was in there. But I can say I finished it.
Yeah.
I said I read 3 books in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like what they was about. And you get crickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so I stopped doing that, and I also have myself to a place where sometimes I don't have to finish a book. Sometimes I may go to a book and get what I need out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in that case, I'm reading this book and I'm just kind of picking it up as I go. I keep them in my bag.
Yeah.
When I get time, I just pick it up as I go. And we were just talking about this the other day in our personal lives. Y'all know these pods, we're just letting you in on the conversation.
Yeah.
But we're always having. I wish, if y'all just join the Substack, man. Y'all see, I'm gonna drop all these audios and these videos that we do. We be on the phone in the morning, stuff like that. But we were just talking about instinct and intellect the other day, and then I picked the book up the next day, and I'm just sitting reading, and it says this. You ready? It says intuition. That's also instinct. We're talking about the word intuition. Intuition, I'll say instinct, and intellect are meant to travel together. You ready? Intuition always holding the reins to guide the intellect. Right? So here we are now. If you know anything about reins with the horse and a buggy or whatever, the reins, you ever rode horses before, Rico?
No.
I have, and I got bucked off a horse too. We'll talk about that another time. But it's important that when you're on the horse, you're in the saddle, that the reins are if you pull the reins a certain way, that bridle, it's a bit they put in the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
That bit will pull on their mouth and make them go. So like if you got 2 reins, right? You got 2 reins. If I pull this one back, the horse goes this way. You get it? And if I let it go, it's straighten back up. If I pull this one back, the horse turns the head that way.
Yeah.
And if I like that and kick it in the side a little bit, right, then the horse turns and go that way. So now you're really good riding the horses, and those horse riders you already know, you can really good and get to know how to work in that thing. It's almost like you're steering them.
Yeah.
Right. And if you keep it straight, you just keep going straight. Right. It's just you pull it back, they'll start backing up. You got a good one, man. Shout out to Truth, man. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
You got a good one. You make that horse start prancing, man, and go backwards. Right. But the reins give direction. So it says the intuition and the intellect are meant to travel together. In other words, they're meant to be one, but the intuition always holding the reins of the intellect. In other words, your intellect is somewhat of a vehicle. Your intellect is a horse. It's got the horsepower, it's got the power, it's got the ability to plow the row, it's got the ability to take your place and do the things it's supposed to do, but you can't let it think for you.
Right.
And I remember even riding horses, I always knew they said you can't let the horse know you're scared. That's one thing they say, they can smell fear, right? And that happened to me one time, right? But also they say you can't let the horse do what it wants to do. So you let it know. Now it's much stronger than you. Horse is stronger than you. The horse, it could act a fool and buck you off. There's so many things it could do. But when it recognizes that one, that you're in control, but 2, that you're not trying to beat it or dominate it, but you're actually, you're working in tandem, then it becomes a good flow. It becomes a good process.
Yeah.
So even with our intuition, our instinct, it's the instinct of God on the inside of us. Jesus always functioned with the instinct. He was always functioning. It wasn't intellectual. How are we going to feed all these people? How are we going to buy food for all these people to eat? It's always good to be reminded that God is always in control. Sometimes life be life and things don't go like you planned it to go, and it just ain't working out. Insert the God Can't Fail bands. Listen, it's more than encouragement, it's awareness. It's awareness of God on the inside of you, all around you, and in all of your situations. Listen, and if you know that God can't fail, then you always understand that you can't fail because you're one with God. and God is on the inside of you. So listen, go over to GodCan'tFail.com and get you some bands. We've been giving them out all over the place. Buy you one, buy you two, get you a bunch. Matter of fact, we're about to do a new package. We're about to do an ultimate package where you can one time buy and get all the colors at once to match with all your outfits and be fresh and all that good stuff. Yeah, so go to GodCan'tFail.com. Get you some wristbands. The sweatshirts are coming soon. They'll be on there for everybody to grab them. But just go over there and get it. Listen, it's more than an accessory. It's a necessity. Letting you know that God can't fail. And, when days get hard, things get difficult, all I got to do is look down at my wrist and realize what? God can't fail. And it not only encourages me, but it makes me aware of God right here where I am in my situation and where I'm going. Go over to God Can't Fail and get you one. Right? It's intellectual. Because, come on, you don't get no food unless you go buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to feed all these people. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to do that unless you go buy it. But then he says, but he already knew what he would do. That's the instinct.
The instinct kicked in, yep.
That God instinct kicked in and said, because he was going to feed these people regardless. Mm-hmm. So it didn't matter what the thought process was.
How we gonna do it?
How it didn't matter anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
How it didn't matter. And that's sometimes, bro, I think, and there's a conversation we have too, because sometimes I think we just don't respond properly. We be like, how we going to do this and how we going to do that? And they be like, bro, do you know who I am?
Wow.
If I said we're going to do it, we're going to do it. Mm-hmm. So what I need you to do is submit. I need you to understand how to roll with it. We were talking about the river. How to roll with the river. You can't fight the river. The river's flowing. But if you ever figure out how to roll with the river, you'll become the river. You'll become one with the river. You see how it is? Mm-hmm. And so the instincts are supposed to be holding the reins, but in a lot of our lives, the intellect is holding the reins to the instinct. Can you imagine a horse riding your back? Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Imagine, let's think about it for a minute. I just want y'all to use your imagination. Imagine, we've all seen horse riders and different things. Imagine the other way around. Horse trying to ride your back. Horse got reins on you. Got the bit in your mouth. Think about a horse now. Think about how a horse thinks. Right? It doesn't have the wherewithal to be, let's be honest, a horse can't even, we was talking about this in the audio we were talking the other day, a horse can't even hold reins. Mm-hmm. They got hooves.
Yeah.
Like it's not even built for that.
Ain't built for it.
You get it? It's not even built for that action, right? But a lot of times we're letting our intellect run things and it literally run us in the ground. And now when the intellect runs things, we become dumb mules. Now we're carrying everybody's stuff. Mm-hmm. We're carrying other people's business and not God's. Right? What he says, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. Yeah, you're laboring heavy laden because you're carrying all these other things that your mind told you were smart. Right? But your intuition, your instinct, the instinct of God, the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit of God is on the inside of you, is telling you something different, or telling you to move another way, or say, hey, don't go there. And I'm not even talking about that even, I don't even want to use that like just deep, like, the sermon, I felt something wrong. No, like on the everyday motion.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Working from things. So Jesus would tell us how to do it. Mm-hmm. He said, as I hear, I judge. If that don't sound like instinct and intuition, I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. He said, he told him one time, y'all go and in that time to say something, you're going to know what to say. What? No, you know how the intellect said, now you got to be prepared.
Right.
You better get your outline together. And, you know what I'm saying? But you'll know, he's trying to teach you how to flow. It's amazing with animals. I love animals. Once again, it's amazing how I watch them. And they are more efficient at what they do and where they do it at than we are. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they have no worries, and they don't have the capacity. They don't have the mental, literal mass of brain or capacity to even get over into this figuring it out. Mm-hmm. They just know this where we at. I always tell a story, man. I always tell a story about the first dog I had, and I gave her a little bone, man, like one of them little fake bones from, little bone, the chew bones or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was keeping it in the house, and she took off. She took the bone from me and took off running through the house and jumped on the sofa, started digging in between the sofa seat and buried the bone in there. So, we laughed about it or whatever. I was like, oh, man, that's crazy. Da, da, da. I said, but we grew up and we was always seeing dog buried bones. I said, I never knew why. What's the point? So I looked it up. And they say the animals will bury a bone, like if they got food or something in the wild, they'll go bury it so they can go back and get it later. because they may eat it and they may not be finished with it.
Yeah.
But they have an idea that they're going to need some later, so they'll go bury it somewhere. So they can go back and get. So that's where burying a bone comes from.
Yeah.
But this dog, I had this dog since she was 3 months old. She wasn't with her parents. She wasn't old enough to go get no bone and learn how to go preserve nothing. So what is this? It's instinct, bro.
Instinct.
You get it? And there are things in us that are instinctual from God, but we miss out on it because we let the wrong intellect give us awareness. You get it now? So you say, well, what position the intellect play in them? Now, and that, shout out to Red 30, always, right?
Yeah.
But our job with our agency and our consciousness and controls over our consciousness, right? Because you get to learn what you want to learn.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe it was in school, you know what I'm saying? We had to go to school.
Yeah, we had a curriculum.
You know, we had a curriculum. But now you can pick your curriculum. I mean, we scrolling all day long. We watch the pods that we watch. We listen to the songs that we listen to. Curriculum. We watch the shows. I look up the word curriculum. Curriculum, etymology, curriculum. You know, we watch the thing. We have agency to choose what we decide to feed our minds with. You get it? I'm gonna look up. I want to see a course, a fixed course of study, a running course or a career.
Yeah.
To run.
Yeah.
Also, but it's crazy.
A pathway.
A pathway, but that's crazy. It says
a race course.
It says a race course. It says also, you ready? We just talking about this. A fast chariot or racing car. We just talking about chariot with horses.
With the horses, with the reins.
Ain't that something? So now the curriculum in the current, right? Your curriculum will be your current. That's good, boy. What river are you? What river is flowing out of you? So now everything you do, it's a line that I said, and somebody texted me the other morning, man. I thought it was dope. It's a line that I said in another part. It says, "Show me your timeline, I'll show you your mind line." Right? And so now, whatever is another line on another part that says, whatever kingdom you're seeking after, that's the things being added to you, because they got different kingdoms. That's why it's specified, seek ye first the kingdom of God. It's because you could be seeking another kingdom, right? Whatever your curriculum is will be your current. And that'll be your currency. Ain't that good?
Yeah.
So now you say, well, I'm not in school. Yeah, you are every day.
Every day.
Every day that you thinking you in some kind of school. Every day you in school, there's something to either learn or be aware of, right? So here I am now. Shout out to Red 30. Let me see so they can see. Shout out to Red 30, right? I keep the red words of Jesus as my curriculum. And class is never out of session. Right? And there's no degree to get. There's no degree to get out of it. There's nothing to win out of it. There's no PhD or no doctorate to get out of it. I'm sure they got some people, I guess they got it, but there's no PhD or no doctorate to get out of it. It's an ongoing degree.
A lifelong study.
It's a lifelong study. And it's lifelong study. It's a lifelong degree because he's changing me to his degree.
Wow.
He's thermostating me.
Yeah.
He'll what Jesus will do, a temp check you, and then change the temperature.
Yeah.
I'll temp check. Let me see where you at. You observe the commandments? Have you observed all the commandments? And I'm temp checking you. And then when I find your temperature, I say, oh, here's where you need to be set to. Right? And if you allow me, if you submit, I'll change the temperature to the temperature of God. Whew.
Well, if you stay the course.
If you stay the course. There's the curriculum.
Yeah.
If you stay the course. And it says a fast car. It says a racing car, a fast chariot. In other words, it's trying to speed you up.
Wow.
It's trying to put you on the fast track of God. The red words, I got to get in there now. The red words put you on the fast track of God.
Yeah.
If there's no delay in the red word, there's no delay I'm bars. There's no delay in the way.
And it'll keep you dumb.
It'll keep you dumb.
No, I'm saying it don't keep you dumb.
It don't keep you dumb. Yeah, right. It keeps you like
sharp. Yeah.
You're always on point. And whereas you no longer have to pray for discernment. Cause you're discerned.
Yeah.
You're living discernment. The word made flesh. You every time I open my eyes, I'm discerning.
Yeah.
Every time you talk to me, I'm discerning. You understand what I'm saying? Versus having to go, I believe this is what, man, Man, this is what Jesus was doing with us, bro. When he said, man, when you pray like this, he was putting us in a position, bro, where you can be walking discernment all the time.
Wow.
I told somebody the other day, man, I said two things, man. If you believe in Jesus, people say they do, right? And then you believe in prayer. Right? People say they do prayer changes things. They believe in prayer. You got to pray every day, right? If you believe in Jesus and you believe in prayer, then you need to believe Jesus about prayer.
Yeah.
And if you can believe Jesus about prayer, what does he do? He said, when you pray after this manner. Our Father who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. Forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. He's tapping you into your instinct. He's tapping you. He's trying to tell you how to tap into the God nature on the inside of you. You get it? And then what's supposed to happen is sometimes our intellect, which we may have gotten from somebody else, may have got it from another, fill in the blank, right? Begins to smother. You were talking about making dim. It begins to smother our intuition.
Yeah.
It begins to smother and in the effort of trying to inform it.
Yeah.
Like your intellect is not supposed to tell your intuition what's supposed to do. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Your instinct should be informing your intellect.
Mm-hmm.
How many times people say I had a gut feeling? You know what I'm saying? And the stats said I shouldn't have did it. The statistics and everything going that way says, man, I shouldn't have did it, but I had a gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All they say the Lord told me. You know what I'm saying? However you want to put it, it becomes the instinct of God. And so what do I do with my mindset? Well, I sign up for the curriculum.
Yeah.
And we need to do a Red and 30 curriculum, right? I've been messing around with that for the longest. So I'm going to go ahead and make one. I just want to make it a curriculum, but we're going to do it since we use the word, right? It's out there now. They said it and they put it out there now, right? But you have to, here we go. You have to enroll yourself in the curriculum. You get it? And when you enroll yourself in that, then Jesus begins to tell us how to access that intuition, how to access that God nature on the inside of us. Watch this. That is us. It is not something, it is not something that we go get or something that we have a possession of. It actually is who we are. Yeah. And Jesus shows how to tap into that. Why you start saying stuff like, I my own self can do nothing. I know where I come from and I know where I'm going. And the one that sent me is with me. We're going to do a pod called The Predecessor's Presence. It's going to be crazy, boy, right? Like the one that sent me is with me. So he ain't just send me. He sent me and is right there present with me. Yeah. He's teaching us, bro, the big one, bro, and I text y'all about this the other day, and it became my affirmation. I was doing it with the red formations, but it became my affirmation. It says, I can of my own self do nothing. Yeah. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let me go look at that real quick, because it's John 5, right? And we'll let me see, because there's a John 5 was crazy, right? But then there's another one, let's see, and verse 30 says, I of my own self can do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. Yeah.
It's like you giving the intellect a chance to like submit to the intuition.
Yes, you're giving the intellect a chance. Say it again.
To submit.
Man.
Submit to the intuition.
And then that's what you got to do. You've got to, with your agency, make your mind submit to this. The only way to do it is to go to something. Yeah. And he starts telling you how to do it. And in verse 19, you can read it. He says, the Son can do nothing of himself. But what he see the Father do? For whatsoever he doeth, these also do the Son likewise. Wow. You get it? Like it's a level of humility. I'm making a little heart, you find rest for your soul.
I was just thinking, like you letting him put the reins on you.
You letting him put the reins on you. Look, here we go, Rico. You ready? And we probably gonna end right here, Lord. You let him put the reins on you, and then you put the reins on life. Wow. You get it? You put the reins on. That's what he's trying to tell you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Let him steer you. Because as he's steering you, you begin to steer. Matter of fact, he's steering life using your hands. He's steering life using your voice. He's actually using you as the extractor.
Wow.
And you don't even know it. And what I found out the other day, I could go on. What I found out the other day is when I realize that I'm nothing but a pipeline, then I become nothing but a portal of heaven. Yeah. This is what I'm here for. I'm only, when Jesus says, when you see me, you see the Father, that man is trying to say, listen, I'm not trying to be seen by y'all. I'm not trying to get out here and have my own ministry, my own thought process, my own thing, my own move. No, I already know. And once again, this will be I already know that I was sent here. I know I didn't create myself. I know I didn't put myself in this position. I know I didn't even, when I got here, all this stuff was here already, right? So I make myself a pipeline and I become equal to that.
Yeah.
I make myself a portal of God and I become equal with that. I make myself a tool, right? And when I make myself, I'm the way. Jesus says, I'm the way. Yeah, he's trying to say, I'm a pipeline of God, right? And when I allow myself to be that, then that increases. It said that right in that scripture right before that in John 5, right before verse 17, he said, my Father working here too, so I work. They got mad at that man calling God his Father, making himself
equal with God.
See, when you start yielding to the Father and knowing that it's not your plan but his, and knowing that it was something that he had going on before you even could think about what's going on, I become equal with being a tool of God, and then this gives me access to be the heir.
Yeah.
It gives me access to be aware. Ooh, the rhymes. To be aware as an heir. It's heir aware, man. Yeah. This has been the Donovan Montreal Pod. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, share this with somebody. You can get on our Substack. You can go on, be a subscriber on there. You get all the good stuff. Everything, we're giving everything out, so we're not holding nothing back. But there's a free tier, and then there's a paid tier. If you want to do that, you'll be helping us, supporting us to kind of get this message out to everybody else because they need to hear it. As always, we are sponsored by God Can't Fail. I got them on my wrist. Get you a band. It's more than encouragement. It's awareness. And I like to say this, it's not just an accessory. It's a necessity. Always reminding myself of who God is. Man, I learned something the other day, bro. And then we're going to go. I started studying. It's crazy. I started studying the power of the wrist, right? With the meaning of what a wrist is. You know, we're wearing this on the wrist. And they say the wrist represents the turning point. All right, so we got to go. This has been the pod. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.